What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you know every time I put up a new video and or a live stream. And before we get started, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you for what you do for our country every single day. We are forever in your debt. Thank you very much for defending our freedom. Because without the freedom that we have, we couldn't do fun things like Toyota Tundra channels. So I appreciate you very much. We love you. Okay, on to the business at hand. I recently made a video, a few videos about 2022 Tundra pricing with the iForce engine. We don't have iForce Max numbers yet. Now, with those pricing videos, we saw some significant increases in pricing depending on what the trim is. The worst, we should say, price that we've seen is about a little over $61,000 for a 1794 Crew Max with the bigger 6.5-foot bed, which is a bed option we've been asking for a long time. Now, with all that, I mean, they ground up remodel for the Tundra. They did everything new to it, so we had to expect some increases. Some of us feel that the increases were unexpected in the way of, I thought I would see these prices with the iForce Max engine, which is the hybrid option that will be coming next spring, but we don't have those numbers yet. But that's not what this video is about. This video is in the other direction of the pricing. I feel where Toyota nailed it. And the two we're going to talk about is the SR and the SR5. Now, some of us who buy our Tundras for, TRD Pro, 1794, Platinum, to drive around, weekend warrior, go to Lowe's, get what you need, carry sports equipment. We want to pay big dollars for luxury features and, interior infotainment screens with all the options we'll ever need, and that's fine. But Toyota took care of the folks that use their Tundra or want to use their Tundra for work purposes, landscaping business, construction, whatever you use for your small business, things like that. Because the pricing with the SR and the SR5 wasn't too crazy with the increase going from last generation to this generation. And I totally applaud Toyota for that. Because the folks who use their Tundra for work don't necessarily want all the extra features. They just want the capability, potentially four-wheel drive, maybe a Crew Max, maybe a bigger bed. They care more about the stuff the truck can do as far as their day-to-day workload versus some of the stuff the truck has, with the infotainment setup and push-button start and all of that stuff. So I just want to go over the pricing increase from 2021 to 2022 on the SR and the SR5, and we can go from there. The beauty part about the SR, if you buy that truck for your work fleet or for your business, you're not going to do a lot of extra modifications on the truck probably. I mean, maybe you add tow mirrors here and there, maybe side steps, small things that don't cost a lot of money. So these starting prices with the SR will be pretty honest as to what you're going to pay if you buy said SR. But let's go over this real quick. So I went on Toyota.com. And for 2021, they don't have any 2022, build your own truck stuff up there yet. I think that's coming later this month. But for 2021, the starting price for an SR, which is your two-wheel drive double cab, is $34,355. Now, when we go over to the pricing list that just came out for the iForce engine, you will see the SR starting price for that same setup, two-wheel drive double cab with the 6.5-foot bed, is $35,950. So about a $1,500 increase. Now, compared to some of the other models, that is not that bad. And the truck is very reasonably priced, starting at $35,950 compared to some of these other truck prices we are seeing. Now, staying with the 2022 SR, if you want a 4x4, your starting price for the same setup, double cab, 6.5-foot bed, is $38,950. So here are some of the options, what you will pay with starting with the SR depending on what you want. So first, the two-wheel drive options. So the double cab 6.5-foot bed, like we said, is $35,950. The double cab with the 8.1-foot bed, $36,280. And they now offer a Crew Max cab for the SR. So the two-wheel drive version with the 5.5-foot bed, $38,000. Now, if you want that truck in 4x4, which I know a lot of you will, depending on where you live in the country. I know if you live in the Northeast or anywhere we get snow and you're running a small business, four-wheel drive is going to matter. So that double cab with a 6.5-foot bed, $38,950. Double cab with the 8.1-foot bed, $39,280. or the Crew Max with the 5.5-foot bed at four-wheel drive, $41,000. So $41,000, four-wheel drive Crew Max, okay, with the 5.5-foot bed. Is not that bad at a starting price. Like I said, compared to some of these other trims, the pricing here remained low. They didn't increase it massively. So for those of you that have to take care of your family with your Tundra or Tundras, depending on how big your business is, you're not going to spend an arm and a leg to get the truck that you need, and that is awesome. Now I also went ahead and got some numbers on the SR5 because maybe you want a little bit more with the start of your truck, because there is one option on here with the SR5 that the SR doesn't have, and that is the Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed. So the Crew Max cab with the bigger bed. Great for businesses. So that was a smart move by Toyota. So real quick, let's just go over the SR5 starting number. Now the one difference between SR and SR5 that you got to keep in mind is SR5, you're getting to the point where you're able to start adding things like the TRD off-road package, things like that. But we're just going on starting price, thinking about business owners here. So bear with me. The 2021 starting price, two-wheel drive, double cab with the 6.5-foot bed, $35,715. That same setup for 2022, the starting price increases about $5,000 to $40,755. So you start paying a little bit more money. The increase from SR 2021 to SR 2022 was around $1,500. This is about $5,000. So you're starting to see the increases here. But listen to these numbers. All right, so two-wheel drive first. Double cab, 6.5-foot bed. We said $40,755 for the 2022. Double cab with the 8.1-foot bed, $42,065. The Crew Max with the 5.5-foot bed, $42,805. Or the Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed, which is not an option on the SR, $44,115. If you need that in four-wheel drive, the double cab with the 6.5-foot bed, $43,755. Double cab with the 8.1-foot bed, $45,065. Crew Max cab with the 5.5-foot bed, $45,805. And Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed, 4x4, $47,115. So Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed, $47,115. Again, still very reasonably priced trucks. And we said this before, we'll say it again, that is the starting number before you add anything to it. So with the SR5, depending on what you're buying your truck for, like I said, TRD off-road package, TRD sport package, all of that stuff starts to become available. You can start putting luxury features and things on the truck with the SR5, while the SR is strictly, business only, straight to the point, get me from point A to point B to the job site to do what it needs to do. But those are the two trims that are still priced fairly reasonably, especially that SR. In talking to some people on the channel over time, those who buy the SR buy it for a reason. They don't care about all that extra stuff. They want, in the 2021, the column shifter and the bench seat and all the stuff that could help them with the, utility of the truck. They want four-wheel drive because they got to get to work regardless of weather, depending on where you are in the country, if that matters. If you don't need four-wheel drive, you're going to save even more money. So I think Toyota really did a great job with keeping those prices in the work trucks where it needs to be. Because spending $30-something thousand on a truck, regardless of if it's missing infotainment and all the crazy stuff, is still a reasonable price for a good pickup truck with the reliability, with the Toyota Tundra name, backing it. So I highly applaud them. I'm also happy they put the Crew Max cab into the SR. I think down the road they might want to think about adding that 6.5-foot bed with the Crew Max cab in the SR, because if you're buying that truck, you're buying it for a reason, and people need a bigger bed. So you want the Crew Max cab to fit everyone in there to get to the job site, and the bigger bed to put all the gear as well. That's the way to do it. But let me know what you think about some of the prices down low with the SR and the start of the SR5. Do you agree with me that you applaud Toyota in keeping those prices low for those business owners, construction workers, landscapers, and anyone else who may use it? It's always good to help the small businesses and not having them pay $62,000 because they probably don't need a $1,794 to get the job done. So please continue to comment on your thoughts about pricing and these low-end SR and SR5 trim 2022 Toyota Tundras. But until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Once again, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. We appreciate you very, very much. Be safe, be well. I'll talk to you soon.